Analysts expect XRP to have a 2000 run when it meets resistance at the symmetrical trendline. Because of this, the Securities and Exchange Commission says that Ripple's plan to hide private business data, like discounts for large XRP, has been criticized. Protecting the privacy of the information is part of this method. These are the worries that the SEC has put forward. As you return to the site of your choice to find the latest news about XRP, we'd like to take a moment to express our warm welcome for me to talk about the interesting things that happened today. We'd like to take this chance with you. Please do me a favor. People who enjoy the material we make are asked to please consider giving us some money. Click that like button with all your might. Make sure that the alerts are turned on and that you have subscribed to our feed. What caused this objection, which is a reaction to the verdict, was the choice to seal some exhibits that are important to Ripple's secret business information. People have been most upset about the displays that have to do with the company's XRP sales. The Securities and Exchange Commission agreed with Ripple's request to keep its most recent financial statements secret while the probe was going on. In spite of this, the SEC did not completely reject the request. In contrast, the regulator did ask the court to make public the financial information and words that were used to figure out and support the demands for remedies. This was in reaction to the court's refusal to grant the request. It's not quite right to say that the opposition turned down Ripple's request, is it? To stop civil penalties from being used, the public needs to fully understand the basic facts that help explain the severity of the sentence. In this way, the people can stop civil penalties from being applied. The Securities and Exchange Commission was told that Ripple had made a claim. The specific claim was that if the company made the financial details of discounts public, it might hurt the company's ability to deal with other companies. However, Ripple says that it has not offered any discounts at the end of the year, and the company has not provided any evidence to support the claim that using old coupons will cause major problems. After the Securities and Exchange Commission made a complaint, Ripple's financial records were hidden from the public. These statements talked about the company's current assets as well as the money it made from selling non-XRP goods and all the XRP it sold after the complaint was filed. These information points are important for the court's decision about Ripple's punishment and the injunctive relief it will give based on what was said. To be more specific, it said that these data points are important for the whole case. There is no set time for the court to decide which exhibits and documents to throw out, and within 14 days, the parties have to show versions of the papers that have been censored to the public. This choice will be made by the court. The courts are going to make this choice. The court is going to make the ruling in this case. Judge Torres hasn't made a clear decision yet because of the question of whether Andre Fox, a famous accountant for the Securities and Exchange Commission, is a summary witness or an expert witness. This is what Ashley Prosper, a well-known member of the XRP community, says. Prosper says this is the only thing that is stopping Judge Torres from making a decision on the case himself. Based on what Prosper said, this is the only thing that can be blamed for the delay. It has been brought to Prosperous's attention that this matter could possibly slow down the case because of the effects it could have. The Securities and Exchange Commission makes it very clear that none of the sales to institutions that included discounts were auto contracts. However, Judge Torres says that the contracts with institutional buyers were investment contracts because they did not include discounts. For very good reason. The SEC made it very clear that none of the sales to institutions that came with savings were ODL contracts. In this case, the Securities and Exchange Commission made it very clear that none of the discounts on sales to organizations were of the ODR type. This is what happened because the savings were not written into the contracts. To follow the terms of their ODL contracts, buyers must buy XRP at the current market price, use it in O transactions only, and not keep it as an investment. This is meant to make sure that customers can keep their promises and do what they need to do. The SEC knows that ODL contracts are not investment contracts, but they will keep saying that they are. One analyst believes that the hardest part of a ruling argument is proving that an OFA's statement is scientific fact rather than an opinion, even though this is just scumbags trying to look like they've done something. In this case, the scientist is in charge. So far, this is what has happened because the OFA says the statement is based on scientific proof. Not much is known about whether or not the Securities and Exchange Commission has chosen to combine old contracts with new contracts that deal with institutions. As a result, this change happened because the SEC told users they had to buy XRP at the present market price, use it for ODL transactions, and not keep it as an investment. In addition, the Securities and Exchange Commission makes its clients use it for other types of deals as well. There have been recent conversations about this area, and everyone knows that Bill Morgan is right on the mark when it comes to these kinds of things. It has been brought to the attention of the Securities and Exchange Commission that Ripple is trying to hide business-only information. Right now, the United States is the scene of the court case between Ripple and the Securities and Exchange Commission. And because of this disagreement, the case is becoming more heated and less clear. XRP, the native coin of the Ripple network, has been showing a range of signs over the past few days, including both bullish and bearish. conditions. Some experts are still optimistic about the coin's future, but others are warning that XRP might not be completely out of the woods just yet. Maximus Prime, an analyst, says that XRP has recently hit a major level of resistance called the symmetrical trend line. For the bulls to take back charge, XRP must first get back inside the trend line. Once it has done that, it must then find support above the line. After 2 weeks, the chart shows a bad picture, and on a daily basis, it is very clear that the trend line has been rejected. I wouldn't say that XRP is totally out of the question just yet, though. In the present day, we saw it being turned down at the symmetrical trend line. It has to work hard to get back into it and stay there above SOCOP. The 2-week chart shows that prices are likely to go down, and the daily chart shows that the TL has rejected the price. Max Prime also points out that on the daily chart, the 10 simple moving average and the 8 exponential moving average are crossing over the 20 simple moving average. The fact that this happened shows that the bulls are trying to push the price up so that XRP can go up. The green daily close could be the push that's needed. Some price changes or a drop in the token's value are possible before it can start going up again, according to an expert. Has drawn attention to the steps going up on the XRP chart. No matter how much you know about technical analysis, this is something that anyone can understand. The next important goal for the token is set at $0.75. This strong pattern suggests that it will likely keep going in a good direction. A group called egrag Crypto is telling the XRP army to stay calm and know that their time will come. The expert also says that they want other bag holdings to pump before XRP. This way they could turn all of their assets into XRP for the big finale. While these movies are meant to be fun, I believe, it is very important for viewers to do their own study and talk to professionals before making any decisions that could affect their finances. I'd really appreciate it if you could give the video a like on YouTube. I know you took time to make it. Thank you ahead of time for thinking about my request. It is suggested that you start getting notifications if you want to be informed of any updates I submit as soon as I post new content. This lets you stay up to date. I hope the next movie goes well for you, and I'll leave my fingers crossed.